back to the show. Now, when was the last time you thought, maybe I should lose some weight, or you looked in the mirror and you weren't satisfied with what you saw? Well, help is on the way. Our next guest is the founder of Hungry for Happiness. We're excited to have Samantha Skelly on the show. Welcome.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Now, before we talk about sort of what you do in your campaign, you were a ballerina growing up, and that is sort of the most body conscious I think you can get for an athlete.
Yeah, I mean, you're literally looking at your body for 6 hours a day, Monday to Friday, and it's hard to be in a mind frame of I love myself, because you're constantly comparing, you're constantly looking at yourself, and this isn't right. And just the dance industry growing up, I mean, it's you want to be small, right? That's what they kind of say. So yeah.
And do you think it's getting better, or is it getting worse? I mean, it's, you know, you look at
I think with Instagram, it's definitely getting worse.
Yeah.
I mean, we're constantly looking on Instagram, being like, oh, my thighs aren't that skinny, or there's like this thigh gap crap that's going on, and we're constantly comparing. So we're not being compassionate about our bodies and what we actually have. I would say with social media, it's getting worse.
Totally.
Yeah.
Social media is the worst, not just for body image, just life in general.
Just in general,
You see it,
because
you're like,
you're comparing your bad day to someone's highlight reel.
That's right.
And the problem is no one's being vulnerable on social media with anything.
Yeah, they're not showing off the bad days.
No, they're not.
So I want to talk about you. I mean, you were a dancer, then you went on to become a personal trainer.
That's
but
right, yeah.
At the same time, also doing some dieting yourself that maybe wasn't the most healthy.
That's right. So I thought I wanted to be, like, growing up, after I stopped dancing, I thought I wanted to be a TV, like, fitness instructor. So I got into personal training. And a theme with my clients is everybody struggled with food and their bodies. So they were coming to see me for a very superficial reason, but the actual reason was they were coming to see me to fill an emotional void. During that process, I was going through my own struggle of always having to be on a diet. I never trusted myself to just eat normally and listen to my body and honor my body. Eat when you're hungry, stop when you're full. So I felt very out of alignment with doing the work that I did. So I got out of personal training completely, and I just thought there needs to be support for people who use food as a drug. There needs to be support for people who struggle with their bodies, with disordered eating, eating disorders, whatever you want to call it. That whole world needs to be addressed, because it's not. There's so much shame and guilt in that world, and people don't want to talk about it. You know, there's 30 million people suffering from an eating disorder in North America, and where's the support?
Well, there's not a lot of support, but there is a $60 billion diet industry that is making it very obvious to people, like, maybe I should be doing something, drinking the shake or trying this new diet.
Well, that's what I'm up against, essentially, is a $60 billion industry that's telling you you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not skinny enough, try this pill, this is the next miracle diet. Like, that's crap. It really is. And I think it's just a moneymaker, and it's really sad. And there's not a space where women are actually, not a lot of spaces where women can actually accept themselves. Be like, hey, I'm really awesome.
And that's what you do for Hungry for Happiness.
We do, yeah. Yeah.
And so what's the feedback been, and are there success stories? What's the experience been like for you?
I mean, it's overwhelming. And when I first started this company, I thought there must be tons of people doing this, and that's not the case. People say, wow, what you're doing is just so crazy. I'm like, it's so obvious. Of course we need to love ourselves in order to live vibrant, amazing lives, and that's not the case. So I'm committed for the next sort of 20 years of my life to create the largest global eating disorder recovery space online. We have a lot of awareness, but we don't have a lot of tangible resources where people can actually tap into and be a part of something, be a part of a community of people who are also struggling. Again, we don't talk about it. So if we have this space that's moderated by experts around the world who specialize in eating disorders, that's what the world needs right now.
And that's the Imperfect campaign.
That's the Imperfect campaign. So I'm perfect, imperfect.
I'm perfect. As we were saying earlier, it's read as, if you read it as I'm perfect, that's good.
Yeah.
Because you want to think you're
That's right.
perfect.
Yeah, but it's like imperfectly perfect, right?
Nice.
What's perfect, right? It's just like something that we strive for, perfectionism. That's a huge theme with eating disorders, is I want to be perfect. What does that even mean? We're never going to achieve it, right? So you have to embrace the fact that you're perfect now, exactly how you are.
Right.
5 pounds overweight, whatever.
And I think it's great just getting the conversation going, getting people aware, and we appreciate you being here.
Thank you so
much.
much.
Letting us know about it. Thanks.
Thank you.
For more information on the I'm Perfect or Imperfect movement, depending on how you want to say it, or how you can help out, you can go to hungryforhappiness.ca. We'll be right back after the break.